Hopefully everything is working. I am 5 minutes late because OBS decided to crash the minute I wanted to stream. So, to start this stream off, let's have some clapping. Welcome to Snappy Build Day 3. We have a ton of people in the chat. Welcome, everyone. I will do my best to run through. Jake from Safe Farm is here, Robbie Mack, Mr. Booga Baga, I think I got that right. Jason Hickson, Play Deaths is here, Mr. Buttram Ryan is here, hello. Teresa is here, Mad Mike. Tom Rich is here, welcome. Never Let the Machines Win Mike is here, hello. Ben is here, welcome back. Kathy is here, Carl is here. Let's see, Casa de Wacos Tony is here. Nacho FPV is here. Hog Fanboy is here. He was here last night. Welcome back. Colin Hill is here. Stephen the Lightspeed is here. Sergio's back. Hello, Sergio. I Am the Best is here. Ron Floyd is here. Hello, Ron. Who else? Who else? Walter is here. Hello, Walter. How are you? How was your stream today? Yes, don't break, Chris Riley. That's right. That t-shirt right there. That's how I feel about everything. Just don't break. I think Bob is here. Hello, Bob. Pete is here. R. Solomon is back. Hello, how are you? Brian C. I don't know if I caught you yet. Hello, Brian. James Hudson is here. I'm almost to the bottom, I swear. Techie Dad is here. Hello. One Bad Marine came back. Hello. Michael Cassell is here. WFO Writer is here. 3D Medic Vince. Richard is here. Martin 3DP Iceland. Bryce is here. I'm probably saying Nuru is here. Hello. Robert Reynolds is here. Patrick Nugenthoff is here. James from Print and Play is here. Rue is here. Info Mario is here. Hello. Derek Matthews. Joe Paddock is here. Scott Hackmonkey is here. Carl Brown is here. Parker Brown is here. Hello, Parker. Full Stream 3D Printing. Hello. Drew Pang is here. Talios is here. Nappin', hello. I might have hit you already. Mike Wiley is here. Lucifer's back, hello. Justin Emerson is here. Not G10 is here. Oops, My Fault is here. Jeff Photo is here. Mark Wayne is here. I think I have everyone. Hello. Is everything working? Everything's good? So, hello from Panama. Hello, how are you, Michael? Heather is here. Hello. Joseph is here. Yeah. Thought I was almost done 10 minutes ago. All good. David, hello. Mike, or Matt, how I do it is here. Okay. So, we're getting close here. So we extruded plastic yesterday, but I also realized that I flipped the end stop on the X carriage. It needs to come, I put it on this side, it needs to come over to this side. So that's the first thing we need to do today. We got to flip that around. And I think I can just take this apart, pull these off, and spin that. Then, I was doing some reading on how Marlin treats double end stops. So there's, in config advanced, there's an option. So you can take extruder 1 and turn it into Z2, just taking a comment out. But when we tested it the first time, it looked like the second Z motor over here wasn't turning at all. So maybe that end stop was triggered or something, and I didn't know it, or the logic is flip-flopped. So I want to see if I can get that working. And then by and large, if all that works, and we get that all set up, we can print something. I do kind of want to normalize it a little bit. Like make sure all the end stops are at the same level, try to get the bed somewhat at the same level, that kind of stuff. but mostly just, you know, tweaking a little bit here and there, and we should be able to print. So let's see how it goes. Yes, to catch anyone up, this is a Snappy. I found out 2017 to 18 Guinness Book of World Records, this is the most printed 3D printer. Fun fact. So it's somewhere upwards 80% 3D printed. And the biggest question I've had in the comments so far about Snappy is this cheaper than Ender 3? No, it is not cheaper than an Ender 3. But it is a lot of fun to build. There really is no reason to build one, but hey, it's a good time. Other than to just say you did build one. That's really bragging rights. That's all you got. So let's see if I can spin this around without breaking the whole thing. Romper room. Yes, 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 romper room. I see that. Somebody said Fisher Price something something. I could see that as well. The trick is getting this out of here without, one, stretching the wires, which I'm going to have to pull them through anyway, but two, not harming my Z setup here. It's going to be interesting. We can do it though. We can do it. I do want to pull this cable chain off. This cable chain down here in the front, let's see what we got. You probably can't see much of anything. Actually, some of that needs to be changed around. Is this the right one? Yep, that's it. A little bit too hot there. Logitech. So hopefully I can get this going and we'll have time to hang out and print something. That's my plan. Just a few last minute things. Nope, don't want that to button up. So how was everyone's day? My day has been crazy ever since I got up this morning. Yeah, I need an assistant. I told Glenn I needed to rent Xander. There is no part cooling because you can, exactly. Parker did send me a message on Twitter that said he was working on maybe a part cooler for the V6 and he would share it with me when he got it done. I did go looking at some that would hang independently on a V6 and they are out there, but after we start printing on this, I'm going to have to get a real good look at it and see what we can fit on there and what we can't. We are going to print a benchy. That's kind of a staple around here. If you're new to the basements, Chris Riley prints a lot of benchies. And it will be no exception for the Snappy to print a benchy. The default feed rate on a Snappy, I noticed when we were messing with the firmware the other day, is 150, which the G-code that I slice won't be that fast anyway, but as a default, that's pretty slow. So your travel movements aren't going to be all that quick. I don't know if I can get this all out of here in one piece or not. Let's try this. Good thing it just snaps together. Take our glass off before I break it. The Chris Riley prints a lot of benchies. You got that right, brother. Got that right. Easiest way to do this. Easiest way, I guess, to take one of these caps off, maybe. All we put together and everything, and this is the part where I'll break it, right? Because once you put them together, they're kind of there, depending on the part. They're not all that easy to pull apart. Kind of got to get something flat in between them and pry on them a little bit. I would say about altogether, if you bought it piece by piece, like you didn't harvest it off another machine, which would probably be the best way to build one of these, by the way. If you didn't harvest it, about 250 bucks altogether, maybe. Depending on how good a deal you got on some filament. No, it is Marlin. They actually have their own branch. Well, I wouldn't even call it a branch. They have special configurations for the Snappy, but it's nothing super awesome, right? It's pretty common stuff, but it is specific to this machine. I got some wires hung up. Come on now. You can do it. Hung up. What the heck? How'd that get done? Magic. I got one of the end-stop wires crossed over the motor cable. Where is that one? There it is. Okay. Now, just like a surgeon. Hi, Dr. Nick. Yeah, I've seen some pretty cheap filament over the years. Sometimes, like, I think the best deal I ever got was that they were AIO Robotics was going to stop selling kilogram spools, and I got like 5 spools of red for $5 a piece. That was pretty awesome. That's the best deal I've ever got on filament, I think. All of that, and all we're going to do is spin this 180 degrees. Chad Williams. I don't have 3D in my name. I do have 3D in my name on the Twitters. But that's just because I couldn't have, because the golfer or something has Chris Riley already. Mad scientist. Hi, everybody. Okay. So that's the plan. Got a couple of quick things I want to look at. Maybe tidy up a wire or two, and then we shall print, or attempt to print. I won't get your hopes up. Hey, Paul Cumber, how are you? 12 kilos of AIO. Wow. I didn't even know they made spools that big. Filaments.ca said they would sell me a 30-kilogram spool. It's like the size of a boat anchor, but I couldn't afford to have it shipped. Oh, don't go dropping stuff now, man. It is pretty, I'm pretty impressed, one, how this went together, but that it moves as well on these tracks as it does. You would have never convinced me that this was going to work, but I'm a touch of a skeptic. But bigger hammer. $1,028 subscribers. Walter, well deserved, my friend. I'm glad that I could help. I didn't know how many folks we were going to find that didn't already know how awesome you are, but I'm glad we found a few, and we got you to 1,000. That is killer. Okay. We're almost there. Yeah, I was reading about that. I had to sit down, there's a lot in Marlin that I've never done, of course. There's a lot to Marlin. But I've never seen I've seen dual instops before, one in min and one in max. But I've never seen them use the extruder number 1 as the driver for that extra Z motor. I usually just see them on the same pegs. So I don't know if their intent was maybe they actually needed that much more torque to move this thing around. I don't know, but I do want to try to use the configuration that they came up with just to see what the build is actually like before I go hacking and tweaking on it. I might have to come back out of there. Okay. Yeah, it'll level itself. Well, that's the idea. That's the idea. One of my favorite terms is, in theory. I should have used like jacketed cables for this. It would have made it a lot easier. But hey, what you gonna do? All right, I think we have our error corrected. I want to look at what that cable chain looks like. Where's our end cap piece? So it should home successfully now. That's good. Snappy snappa. Cool. Okay. Robert Riggins, I usually do that. I do. But I would like to see what they're actually talking about this configuration and why they do it. I do want some sort of sanity, though, on what's what, how level it is. Like, I would like to have all the end stops at a somewhat manageable height, like flush with the plastic part. Just, I mean, it's not going to be awesome, right? But to get me started somewhere. That one looks okay. I do need to check that plug, though. Okay. So that's pretty good. How about, like, bed level? That one is on the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's at the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, I got these kind of level. That one's way too tight. One, two, three. So that would be pretty good. There. Okay. I'm fine with that. Ben, welcome to the stream, by the way. I'm not exactly sure. I've been telling everybody. I printed on 2 to 4 machines, 24 hours a day for about 8 days. So I got a lot of hours of print time in it. I'm not exactly sure how many. I'm gonna look at this cable chain thing. I don't know if I have that on the exact right spot or not. It doesn't look right to me for where the board location would be. Yeah, that's what they want. They want you to route it back through the table. But my wires will never fit like that. I don't think they'd be long enough. How about this blue one? Let's just try it. All right, no way that's gonna be long enough. We're gonna punt on that one for now. So which one is that? That is the Y and stop. I don't like this connector anyway. I'm gonna go back and change it later. Red? Which one's the red one? That's the black one, that's the yellow one. So this has to be the red one. Okay. And then I got the black one over here. They say come on. I'm going to say that's Z2 and this is Z1. So Z2 they want on the minimum. So that's 1, that's 2. I believe those are pins 5 and 6. I think. Like that. Five and 6. 1, 2, 5 and 6. Okay. Now, motors. So, the Y motor. We're going to figure out which way these went again. And then this is the, this is Z. I'm going to call this Z2. Okay. This one is X. And then Z1, right? Just goes right there. Okay. Now what else was I concerned about? I leveled it out. I've got it set up how they want it. I do want to put my glass back on. I need some glue stick. They have not contacted me about the Thunder. Ben, they have not. I haven't heard any more about it. I've heard a little bit from a few other people, but I'm really struggling to get stuff done the way it is. So if they take their time, that's totally fine with me. Your stock said Z max instead of X max. I'll browse through the configuration. No worries. We had it moving last night, and I was pretty happy with it. Okay. All right, I think we're back ready to test again. Poof! Okay, so the big question is, what moves when you hit Z? It's just this motor over here. Yeah. That's what I thought. Yes, I need to put, thank you, I need to put the top brace back on. don't know the current status of all these drivers. I don't know really why they call this the brace. It really doesn't hold much. Thank you. Thank you, chat. I don't think my glue joint did me any favors either on those lead screws. Good day, James Hudson. How are you? 2130s. Not on this one, Nuru. Not on this one. A scroll like a giveaway? Hey, Tom, Printing Llama. This one is, do you want me to get the duet out? Thomas Moraz is here. Hello. TK is here. Whew. Well, what I was using that driver on. So that driver has almost zero current. So I'm guessing that's what our problem is. Either I have a bad driver, which is highly possible, or it just needs some adjustment. I need someone of you to come and assist me do this. Yeah, I think that's a bad driver. Yeah, it gets to about 3 volts and then falls on its face. No worries. .3 volts. 0.3 of a volt. Bontech. See if I got any more loose running around in here. Which one's that? This one doesn't have a heatsink, but it might work. Somebody said we need to put the pallet on it. That was a good idea. That's what Nuru should do. He should build one of these and put his pallet on it. That one's nice. Turn that one down a touch. That one's a little hot. That looks much better. Let's see if that's what fixes it though. Oh, much nicer. Okay. So now, well, theoretically, these should level themselves, right? White or green PCB, the green ones are actual trinamic. If they have the star on them, those are actual trinamic drivers. The white ones are usually like Tech or something like that. It's the same chip. They're all a 2130 chip. That's open source. But the green ones are probably actual Trinamic ones. And they're probably a lot more expensive. Oh, now we're going in opposite directions. Stop, stop, stop. How close am I to that install over there? Okay. Don't break, don't break. Well, my hot end hit. Okay. It drove the lead screw off of the... I was kind of wondering how this was going to shake out. Those were glued, but I don't think the CA glue helped any. You've been impressed with Phytech stuff? Somebody was asking me about it the other day. I haven't had any yet. Let's do an M119 on this, just for curiosity's sake. They're all open. And they're working. Triggering the end stop on this side does not stop it. Oh, it's because it's never getting to this end stop. Oh, nice. More printers than it's legal in 8 countries. Probably. This one keeps wanting to come out. Wish there was a holder on top for these. Gonna have to have some glue. Interesting. So let's flip the in-stop wires. Interesting. Yeah, they're both at the bottom of the tower. Okay, that's what it is. You have to make sure that the motors are 1 and 2, or actually 2 and 1, and the in stops are 2 and 1. I had them 1 and 2. So it would hit this end stop and stop that motor. It would hit this end stop and stop that motor. So now it should home successfully. Boom! Okay. So now we have to get it somewhat close to the nozzle. Whew. That don't look terrible. That don't look terrible. Where's my Post-it? I don't know how you're ever going to have any consistency on this thing, but... If I tuned it on the fly, I bet you I could make this work. Yeah, it's they intend for you to just do it with some thumb screws, some plastic thumb screws, but I don't know how that's going to go. Yeah, I had a feeling that was the case, Parker. I think we might be able to create something though for a hack for that. I can see how that goes. So I'm guessing you probably don't want a G28 every time you want to start printing, huh? Where does it actually home? Let's find out. See, that should have triggered. And Y doesn't trigger either. Blue is Y and red is X. Okay. I had something in the way, I think, of X. Now let's see what Y is doing here. Oh, I think I just had something wrong. It should be homing lower left, so like it should be homing over there. But I just flipped the X. hide it when it comes over. That's not nice. So you think it should home like a regular printer, eh? If that's the case, I'd have to flip that in stop again. What is the intended size of this thing anyway? (198 by 198). Let's change it to 198. John Trolling from Dollars is here. I'm watching it from the back. Nice. Well, what would you have to change? Would you could turn that into a max in stop. Still at it. The back is towards the camera. Yeah, so it's actually homing over there. It's homing to the lower right. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Good luck on your palette, too. Let's just change X to max for now. And we'll worry about it later. I have to work on a slicer profile. That might be somewhat interesting. If it doesn't crash my machine. Okay. No heated bed. No custom G code. Set extruder temp, wait for bed temp. Wait for extruder temp, G28, and that's it. No, I'm using Slick 3R, but thank you. We'll just whip up something real quick. No big deal. SD card? Anyone? I guess we could just print from USB. All right, I made some changes in the firmware. This is going to be interesting. Now X won't home. Max mstop's not in use. Well, it might be. Nah. We'll get it here in just a second. Sorry about this. You're one of those people. That's right. It probably does make a bitter Vinci. It says it's like 198, 198. We're going real old school on this one. All right, Matt. Thanks for stopping by. We should probably put a little more filament in it than that. We're not even going to let it home. We're just going to tell it to print where it is. Not turned on the heater at home yet? You Arizona people, I swear. It has been really cold here this winter. In the summertime, like PETG and stuff like that, I have to keep it in boxes. I don't have any problems really with PLA. Once in a while, I'll get a spool that's kind of messy. Most of the time, not. I get filament from heaven. It's all right until it pulls your printer off the table, which has happened. You ready? It's reaching temperature. I should G92 it. I didn't even think about that. Doesn't really matter though. I call that home. 300 millimeters a second. Oh, you're right. I should have. He was right. He was right. Didn't even think about it. But we got it fixed now. I can't believe it's moving on its own power. Me either, to tell you the truth. Home is where your nozzle is. Yeah, we made a lot of progress. I think this thing might actually print. I think it's still going to take off for the middle, though. It's going to take off over there. But if it does, that's a pretty easy fix. Yeah. Look how much it staggers. That's not going to print anything. That is going to be the most jagged benchy I've ever seen in my life. It's printing. It's printing. Golf claps, everyone. Golf claps. Holy, insert explicits. I don't know if I can get this all the way over there for you. I didn't bring my water down. It looks awful. I don't know what causes it to stagger so bad. Maybe it's because it's completely 3D printed. That gear might be just enough off to make it do that. It's a really neat design. I think you could do a lot with it. We might have to come up with some mods for it. I need a stick or something to put some grease down in there. It shudders really bad. That's pretty cool though, I have to say. It is pretty cool. Sorry about that. I did. I put PTFE on there. I was going to try to feed some of this lithium in there. It's kind of a personal question. Oh, for a first run, I've seen worse. You need to build 3 of these? Your y-axis is pretty bound up. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, PlayDev. Thank you, Chad Williams. Tons of structural support. Yeah. This one definitely needs some glue. I should really be using my 3D printed spool holder to be all fair and everything. This would definitely teach you, though, what was causing issues on your 3D printer. The Y isn't so bad, but the X is really stuttering. To the SS Walter, oh, it's heads and tails above the SS Walter. It's actually not, I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but every line is like this. It's really quiet, actually. Yeah, static print head. Yeah, probably so. Small spool. 8-bit benchy. Yes, that's exactly what it's like. 8-bit. I don't know how well you can see it, but next couple of layers, you'll be able to see. It's a wavy. It's a hey. I can't have Parkinson's. That's terrible. Well, there could be. I mean, I think you could do a mix of all kinds of different parts. So, yeah, I am. In fact, I am, Walter. 60 millimeters a second. Yeah, the Z seems to be doing fine. Oh, that was a huge skip step. Did you hear that? Now it's printing in the back of the benchy. It's printing right behind the benchy now. Crap. This is kind of fun, though. Man. There you go, I realigned it. Let's see what we can do. Probably ought to slow way down. Let's do that. Let's see, how can we get in here to actually get some decent amount of grease on it? Snappy Pong. I don't know how much it actually grips the sides of that rail. We're gonna find out. It seems to move like really smooth. For easy removal. I wish I did have another tube. I don't know, it seems pretty good to me. No, the lead screw's actually working really well, way better than I thought. I'm gonna take this plate off. We're gonna cover all our bases here. This thing's gonna have more grease than plastic. Greasy. Sounds like wet paint. Less is more. Let's try that. I don't. If a little's good, a lot's better. Where'd my piece of paper go? Don't know. I got it everywhere. There is no bearings or anything. There's one bearing in the idler arm on the extruder. Everything else is printed. PETG on PETG. Just added to the bomb. Gotta get some super lube now. Yeah, the Z's fine. I'm not worried about the Z. The Z was working pretty good. There's so much slop in that Z, I don't even know if lube would matter. It'd probably make it worse. Snappy out of nylon. That sounds like a greasy mint. That'll get you through the day. What was that? It just instantly skipped. Plastic's sharp, it cut my finger. I'm losing tools. Chris Riley drinking game. I don't know how to say your name, man. Cyrilene? What's up? I've talked to you in the comments many times. How's it going? Oh, there's a huge... Leveling's going to be a problem. It is ridiculous. Cool, I got it. That's looking much tastier. We're just gonna let this one run until it skips, and then I'll be done with the Snappy. This was a fun project, though, I have to say. It's a very interesting concept. Probably not the best thing to do in the whole world, but it was a good time. It's cool to be able to just start printing and then throw a couple of extra parts in, and you have a printer, kinda. Then I snap myself. Needs a spring steel sheet. There you go. Go big. Gotta go big. This is the Snapparusa. I think somebody already said that. The stuttering is way better. I went down to 40 millimeters a second, and we put a whole lot of grease on it. Nice call. Maybe it won't skip this time. Fingers crossed. The Thanos? Sure. I'll go Thanos. Travel speeds are setting real high, and that might be what's causing me a problem. I didn't think about setting travel down either. %? Yeah? By all rights, it should scale linear. Not purple enough? I needed some more purple, eh? I'll remember that. This Snappy has to print a whole Snappy by itself, so. I've never seen anybody print a Snappy on a Snappy. I mean, I think people have attempted it. But I don't know that anybody's ever got it done. Guess I don't need these parts. Parker Brown, are you still on here? Because, oh, there you are right there. This says it's an V6 lock. Any clue what you're supposed to do with that? Does it go on the other side of that V6 mount? Because that fits pretty snug. Just curious if you used that. Really don't see me using any of these. Okay. Yeah, mine fits in there really well. So send me a picture of how it's supposed to go. So there is no... We need to put together a little documentation sheet or something about using a V6 on a Snappy, because there really is none. That would be nice of us if we would update the GitHub with that. Crisp and clear, yeah. You can't get your x-axis to or your y-axis to unsnap? Once you snap it, it's hard to unsnap it. I don't technically know what this would be called. I'm trying to think of something else I've seen do this. I'm not sure. It's an only XY? Good enough. Okay. Yeah. Well, so Mike, you would probably know just as well as anybody. Guess because it's made of free plastic. It's a V groove, and the V groove meets in the center. So if it's got to sit on that track just right, it actually has to mate up fairly well. So it could be pulling, like if it was down a little bit too far, because it can't go up anymore. If it was down just a little bit too far, it could be pulling in that track, causing that. PETG is really springy, as well, as you probably know. So that could be causing some of it. Sheer acceleration might be causing it. I don't know if you could set acceleration and jerk value enough to get out of that situation. I'm not sure. We'll try though.
Okay, you can hear yourself in the background here. The V6 fits in here. I actually have mine glued in place because it was a slightly loose fit. The lock, and this is part of how I modified the design, I took a millimeter off this side here, just subtracted, and I subtracted a millimeter off this face so that they can actually clamp together tighter.
Aha!
Sorry, I'm doing this really poorly here, but this fits in right here.
Oh, so it actually makes it a full box.
And that holds the V6 in place, and then it completes this curve here where your motor sits.
Nice.
On my electrical tape. But that's what the lock is for, and then it's held in place by your extruder motor.
Cool, man. Thanks. Thank you. Hey, John, how are you doing? Cool. I'll set that back. I'll set that in there. See if that helps with anything. So, a power supply fan kicked on. If X and Y are both attached to the bed, wouldn't that make it far more susceptible for a for a cantilever design? Yeah? Just trying to think what that would look like on that. But it might make more sense in a different design. That'd be a James Print and Play question. He could probably design one of those. We'll see how the test prints turn out. I would really like to make another one, but we'll see. We'll see if we can get it to calm down some. Just not really sure what we could do. It's almost got to be not meshing up with that spine very well. In that Z track. This is the second time. Hell, this is a quick benchy. Yeah, for being fully 3D printed, I think it's really flying through it. I've seen worse benchies. It's really rough. It's really lumpy, but I mean all of the layers are meeting real well. I mean, it doesn't have holes in it or anything, so not terrible. What if you like bolted it down to a sheet of plywood or something and just kind of set it somewhere, if you could get it somewhat even? I was kind of hoping, you know, it would have just a tiny amount of wear and kind of get in its groove, you know? Yeah, it seems to be moving okay. It's just really staggered because it's pulling plastic to plastic. It's pulling on itself pretty hard. The fast movements are nice and even. It's the slow ones that are causing us problems. Still fun. Worth it. This is 10% infill, so my bridging isn't, I have no fans. My deck is going to look terrible. Sure. It's trying to bridge some of the deck over that giant infill. wax instead. There you go. Where was this 2 years ago? No kidding. Yeah, it's going much better than the first. That the X motor driver was down around 600 milliamp or no, 0.6 volts. So I jumped it up to 9. That's what was causing the skipping the steps, but yeah, you're right. It's sticking. It's plastic. The plastic's sticking. I kind of wonder if that's because it's PETG. PLA might not act that way. Yeah, no, it really doesn't look terrible. We have had much worse benchies on this channel. For sure, 100% for sure. Yeah. You get to a point where you just can't mod anymore. I know how you feel. Chris Lane, Ventura 3D, how you doing, man? What's the Z-Hop setting? I turned off Z-Hop just for this. I didn't want to risk coming back down in any fashion, because I knew if it has to pull it back down, it's gonna lift it right off of there. I was kind of thinking that, but I don't know if that E3D fan is just really killing it or what, but it helps too that there's no heated bed, so you don't get any of the radiant soaking into your model as far as part cooling goes. And it's pretty cool down here. It's 19C. I mean, it's not cold, but that helps some. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Just a printer can print a printer. I'm all for it. I love it. Needs multi-material upgrade. That's right. No, this was printed on correct machines. Thomas Moraz, I think people have added to it. James was saying that people added to the top of it, but I don't know how big they've scaled it. Essentially, you just have to print more parts. I mean, that would be all there was to it. It might be functional. With some glue and maybe a permanent home. I need to find some place to stick it where it doesn't have to move any, because you don't want to move this ever. It might work. Yeah, rep wrap is that's my favorite. I really like that's my favorite part about 3D printers. Self-replication. Glue stick. Yep, this is on sheer glue stick. Jeff, it's real quiet. Really quiet. Fuck, rest in pieces. Know how you feel there. Yeah, some of the pieces on the Snappy and how you put it together are guesswork. So, definitely some documentation updates. It looks like kind of like the project has been abandoned for a while. I haven't seen any updates or work on it. Some more noisy ones. Printer bought simple wood. Awesome. I wonder what the acceleration values and stuff are. I didn't even look at it in the firmware. They're set to 1,000. Feed rate's 150. Let's do this. M201X. There you go. That'll smooth it out. Yeah, there's only 3 people that I've seen. Parker, Brown, James at Print and Play. I haven't seen any more V3s. Yeah, definitely. Documentation is important because I was struggling on how some of this stuff worked. And I had a general idea of how things worked. Snappy all metal. That'd be pretty cool if you had all the cages and everything welded up just like the printed part. A boy or a girl. "2 a.m. You gotta get some sleep, man." Sweet. Smart wrap. I'm pretty impressed as well. Chuck, I want to say if you wanted to build one, it'd be around $250. No, a practical is not the name of the game here by any means. This was just to see if you could. MGN Rail Steel Snappy. Well, you know, my choice of colors was, you know, any color I had in my hand at that time. Prince on the space station? Yeah, we're gonna run until the benchy's complete. It's the last stream of the work week. I'll be back on streams on Sunday. This is filaments.ca gradient, so it's on kind of a green shade, but it'll go all the way to like hot pink. It's a really, really slow gradient. I do have an LCD on it. I have, as you see it in the little picture, I have a full graphics LCD, and it does have an SD card reader. No cooling fan. With the E3D design, there's one for the J-type, but there's not one for the E3D yet. Parker's working on that for us, though. Yeah, the contrast is still kind of off, but it's readable. So I think the screen's just not so great. Thank you, the duty paid. Thanks for coming by. Here, Pac-Man. It appears to be a benchy. We have our what's the best looking benchy contest. Yeah, we all do that, but what's the best looking benchy you've ever had on a Snappy? That color green, yeah, it kind of gradually, from green it's going to go to like a blue color, and then it goes to like a gray. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. I'll be right back. You watch that. I'm back. I lowered the acceleration on it, but I don't really think it helped much. It didn't help with the staggering at all. Nice! I think we're about on course for that, Benchy. Empty basement. That 70s show. I wish it was that cool. Five colors benchies for the win. That's right, New Brew. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I think so. I think if you kind of smooshed it as you carried it, it'd be okay. It's a lot sturdier than I thought it would be. The snaps are actually really tight. They're kind of hard to get apart. Now, it wouldn't take even one drop, that's for sure. Parker, did you design that V6 or was that somebody else? I did not. Hello, Espen, by the way. I did not design it. It was already available. First print on the ANET. Hammer smashed. Hello. It could be. Could be shaking just a little bit with the bed motion. There is another piece that I didn't put in there that's supposed to lock it a little more firm. Do the drop test. That will be a video that I will definitely film it. You will get to see that. Thanks, Chuck. Thanks for coming by the stream. Right on. I haven't got one notification during this whole stream. I'm guessing YouTube's doing some work. They sent me a notice that said, hey, you might see some of your subscribers disappear, just letting you know. Like, okay. JW, you are welcome. JW Gassner, you're welcome. I'm glad I could do it. The evening streams were kind of fun this week. It gave me something to do pretty much all week. Not that I don't have a ton to do, but this was a fun project. I enjoyed the way we did it. I like doing it over a couple of nights. It was fun. I'm just glad we got it to print. Yeah. Magician subs. They disappear. Yeah, I don't know what YouTube's on they're on a rant right now of cleaning up robot subscribers, or I don't know how it works, but I guess they're gonna take a whole bunch of accounts away sometime soon. Yeah, she's all right. She's all right. It's usually, she doesn't mind so much when I do this kind of stuff, as long as I plan it out. As long as she knows when it's going to happen and how much time it's going to take and all that stuff. That's really the only balance we have, unfortunately, because I work on this stuff constantly. But as long as I have some sort of schedule and I tell her ahead of time, everything's usually okay. I try to balance. It's a tough balance. It's gradient filament. It changes here. It's filament CA, but it goes from like a dark gray all the way to like hot pink. It's almost gone now. You probably can't see that very well in the, I don't know if you can get that over behind the printer. There you go. See, it's gradient. But it's almost gone. Let's see if it'll set on our spool holder. I put this on here and everything falls apart.
Keep it up, the Chris Riley. You are the man.
Oh, Walter. Thank you, Walter. I appreciate it. I gotta get over to one of your streams. Seems like I'm always eating dinner or driving home. Yeah, I'm happy with it. It kind of looks like it got a little melty, but without a part cooling fan, I don't know what else we could expect. It's not bad. Keep her happy, that's right. Here's check it out. Crazy, huh? That's nuts. So on Sunday, the like reminder, that's always a help. Thank you. A part cooling fan? Yeah? That would be awesome if you could. I've got the E3D stock clip-on hot end fan. I don't know if you'd have to integrate that to get something else designed on there or what, but we'll work out something though. We'll get a fan on there somehow. Inspiration? Yeah, I don't know. On the CR10S Pro. So Sunday, yeah, Sunday morning, we will be unboxing.
Didn't know this was here. Glad to contribute to the fun.
Well, thank you. JW, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for the $10. So Sunday, yeah, we're going to be unboxing and putting together the Mosaic Palette 2. So that should be interesting. I think most of that is going to be unboxing and then figuring out how the software works. Tony Ryan, yeah, it prints. It's printing. Cool, Espen. Yeah, I can send you some files. I'll try to remember to. Yeah, I was out there looking at a few, but you're right. They don't. None of them have really impressed me yet. It would be cool if they had one that was a wraparound that had the hot end fan and the part cooling fan on it. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it's going to be, Walter. It'll probably still be printing here when we start at 4 o'clock Eastern for Fun in the Country Basement. So Fun in the Country Basement will be on my channel this week at 4 o'clock Eastern, if you would like to join that as well. All kinds of streaming action for your entertainment needs. I don't know if it's printing well enough yet to print another Snappy, but I think we can get there. I think we can get there. Cool, Chris. That'd be cool to see you. No audio? I think it's you, Mitch. See you later, Espen. Thanks for coming. Snappy printing a Snappy, I know. That's going to be one of those things, too. I'm just going to have to send you, like, short video updates. Snappy is now on day 45, and it has printed 4 parts. Sweet. So, Chris, you feeling pretty good about having something at Murph, or I mean, like being ready for Murph?
It's a train now.
Nuru, thank you very much for the $10. Espen, I'll do my best to remember and send you some files. Nuru, thank you. You didn't have to do that, but that is killer. I appreciate it. Murph or Earth, yeah, right on. Might not get to both. That's cool. I want to see that thing work out. It's a really cool idea. Atom Lab. H7. I don't think I even know that one. It's probably printing a lot faster than it should be, Mitch. Any tips on layer height for a 0.6 nozzle printing a 1-inch 2.254 square tubing for frame?
Great job. Have a beer on me.
Thank you, Tony. Much appreciated. Thank you very much for the $5 tip. I'm glad you guys enjoy watching this stuff, because I really get a kick out of it. Well, just follow the rules, Techie Dan. 0.6 isn't that big, so you're not really out of the scope. So the biggest layer height, well, let's see, what, 0.6? I don't know. I'm not exactly... 5... I wouldn't go much over 5. Even less than that. Maybe like 4... No, I wouldn't go over 4.5. I wouldn't go over 4.5 of a layer height on a 0.6 nozzle. And I would, if you're printing PLA, I would kick the temp up maybe 10 degrees. Now that might not be the information that you needed, but that's where I would start if I had a 0.6 nozzle on something. I always run an 8. When I want to jump up to the next level from a 4, I'll double it to an 8. Everything is under 150 by 150. And height, I think height is also 150. So yeah, so 150, 150, 150, you can print one of these. Yeah, Nuru, 80% rule is a good place to start. When they start getting really big, sometimes that gets thrown out the window. But it's not really about, like when you're going to 1.2 or 1.5 or something like that. It's not, at that point, it's not really about how big of a line you can lay down. It's can you heat that much plastic and extrude it that fast? Then you start getting into high volume. But that's over what you're trying to do. But yeah, 80% is a good rule. 75-ish. I usually, you can, like on a 4 nozzle, you can print 3.5, but the adhesion is just terrible. So, I stick around 75. Yeah, it's got a very snakeskin layer to it. We'll see how droopy the wheelhouse is. Just looking at strength. I don't think we can print one as good as this one. I don't know. We're gonna have to pull it apart and see that really the only issue I see is this dragging, this stutter. If we can get the stutter out of it even just a little bit, I don't care if the next one's finished doesn't look that great. Just as long as the parts are there. If we can pull it apart and figure out what the stutter is, I think I could print another one. Maybe not as good as this, but maybe 75% as good as this. Right on, Parker. Multitasking. I think we can. I think we could dial it in. Even if it takes a long time, if we have to slow it down, who cares? We'll get it done. As printing tubing, so how thick is the wall on the tube? I don't know, 1 generation? Maybe. I don't even want to think about a 3rd one. I don't know. I probably should have done this in PLA. I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. I think I can get it to print better than it is right now. I really do. It might take a little part. I might have to change the parts up a little bit and some of the tolerances. But I think I can get it to print better than it does now. How much? Probably not that much better. But I think it will be good enough to at least print one more. And it might be, I mean, the staggering, we did just take it apart and put it back together again today. The staggering might be maybe one of the joints just isn't quite good. The rail might be just a little bit off. I don't know. I won't know until we pull it apart again. But if I get it lined up just right, definitely gonna have to do something about the Z leveling. I think it can be done. I'm hopeful. The print that I'm seeing right now, I think we can do this. It looks... I have had worse benchies than this. I said it before, but this is not by any means the worst benchy I've ever seen. One in peak. Then you'd have like a serious machine there, even like carbon fiber. Well, I don't know. That's a good question. Ricky Tanner's the one that put me up to all this, so I should really dump it off on him. I know, Mitch. It's got to go to someone. I should really dump it on Ricky, though. I'd send it to Walter, but he probably doesn't have enough room for a Snappy. This thing's a beast. Murph needs one. Yeah? Maybe we should. Maybe we should build a second one and ship it to Murph. Maybe that should be my goal. He has to put all his models on the Snappy first. he has to punish himself on the Snappy first. You make room for a Chris Riley Snappy? Alright, alright. Pete, I'm with you. I'm with you. You guys probably... There would probably be someone that I could ship stuff to at Murph, right? I mean, they use that facility quite often, I would think. Could I, like, box one of these up and ship it to Murph? And then we could put it together while we were there? The signed Chris Riley Snappy. I'll sign it, Walter Gray. It's probably like twice as much weight to it than an A8. Yeah, I'll have to get hold of somebody over there. Try to send it to you. We're no longer friends. Okay, James. 10-4, buddy. Hopefully make my day. Hello. I have no idea how to say your name, buddy. Weekly Higgins? That's all I got. Hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. We are watching a Snappy print. No, it's still going. It's good. Parker Brown's gonna bring his Snappy. Are you gonna bring an assembled one, Parker? Yeah, ship and assemble. I figured I'd just pack up all the parts it takes to build a Snappy and we'd assemble it there. Like, everyone can help or something. But you are driving the truck up to Murph? Well, I mean, just the parts. The parts pretty much, I mean, a box a little bit bigger than this, and the parts will all fit. So if I printed it just and we assembled it there, I mean, it wouldn't be that, I mean, I'll pay to ship it. I just gotta have somebody to ship it to. There's a lot of people, though, right around that area. I mean, what, like, I want to say, like, Motorhead Mitch is over there. There's a couple people over in that area. We could probably ship it to them and it'd be fine. Right on. The Snappy corner. Cool. Sweet. Weechy? Weechy Higgins? Is that how it goes? Hey, thanks. Thanks, Techie Dad. Be half scaled? That's a great question. You'd have a heck of a time with the motors. I don't know what you do about the motors, Mitch. Fly to Tallahassee and then we can ride up. That sounds like that's going to take a while. JD Printing World, you can take it. Bit more Y at the start. I'm terrible. You know, I can't pronounce anything. Well, how did I say it before? Waichi? Nemo 11. There you go. 14 would be 50%. Oh, you're going to go to the IC3D thingy. Awesome. Thank you. Waichi Higgins, welcome to the stream. Thank you for help. I always appreciate help with the usernames. I hate to butcher them, but I don't know how to do it. So, but I'm not, thank you. I'm not gonna, if you join again sometime, I'm not gonna promise that I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna try. Waichi. IC3D is a filament manufacturer. Well, they're a 3D printer manufacturer that makes filament in Ohio, and I believe it's Columbus, Ohio? Or are they in Cincinnati? I don't know. They're in Ohio, and they're going to do a pre-MRF thing, I believe. Megazord. Nice. Thank you. Friday and Saturday, cool. I will be there at around 3 o'clock Friday, and I will be there all the way until about 4 o'clock on Sunday. So you can't miss me. I haven't had any problems at IC3D. I've got quite a few spools of it. This is their PLA. It works. It's good. It's not bad. My name is Chris. Thank you for asking. I do not have a table at Murph. I'm gonna be a wanderer. But maybe we should get a table if we're gonna put together a benchy. This is an 80% or better 3D printed 3D printer. I have tried atomic filament. I don't remember what color it is or what I printed on it, but I have printed atomic before. That would take some recall. I'd have to go find the spool to remember what it was. I don't remember having issues with it. If I would have had issues, I would have remembered. Okay, cool, Tony. Sweet, Walter. Thank you, Bryce, for hanging out with us this week. Appreciate it. Enjoy your evening, day, afternoon. Right on, right on. The tables are free. I think you have to share them. Like you get like a 4-foot section of that table, but while supplies last, they are free. I just didn't want to take. I'm flying there, and I wasn't intending on bringing anything. I didn't want to take up a table from somebody else. Plus, oh, thank you, Weichi. I appreciate that. Weichi. And there's so many people that I can alienate while I'm there. You know, I could just invade Walter's or Glenn's table, or, you know, whoever. I could go bother Shane at Prusa. So I'll just, you know, stand around at their table instead. Well, good. I'm glad you feel happy. Yeah, it is super crowded there Saturday, and I know it's going to be even worse this year. I want to, like, crawl on the corner and just wave as people pass by. Parker, see? I can invade his table. I'll go bother the people at E3D. I'll make the rounds. Well, you are popular. A 360 camera? Oh, man. Yep, you're going to need some good footwear. It's a lot of walking. A lot of standing. About to Benchy? Go, go, go. Didn't think you'd make it. Well, we're not quite done yet. It was freaking cold last year, that is for sure. Man, windy. Wow. For the 5 minutes you've known me. Well, thank you. I'll take that. Thanks for stopping by. I know 2:30 is awful late. We'll catch up with you on another stream. Thank you for hanging out with us. With what? I print in my basement? I am a 2X. I'm a rather large individual. I'm just happy this printer works. I'm happy. I'm happy this printer works. Ah, Oh, that's right. The flu shot gave you the flu. That's terrible. There you go. 4-color benchy. You better get to it before I do on Sunday. If you print one, we'll have notes to compare. $31? I wish I was still 31. I'm 37. Your 24 printed better? You should totally go. Still wet behind the ears. Well, I don't feel like it when I get up in the morning. All that smack talk. Well, I don't know. I've never been to Ireland. I would like to go to Ireland. I had tickets. My work was going to send me to Belfast once, and then they pulled my tickets like 2 days before I left. So I never made it to Ireland. Yeah, I wish they were a little more spread out. I could do with like 4 or 5 events a year. I could do a couple more, I think. I'm not much on maker fairs, to tell you the truth. I really like the Rip Rap festivals. The maker fairs are cool. You see a lot of cool stuff, but the 3D printing presence isn't what it used to be, it seems like, at the large fairs. It's cool to go see some really awesome stuff, though, but I really like the Rip Rap festivals. Those are killer. Plus, it's, you know, everyone, right? We're a pretty tight-knit group. It's like a family reunion. Nice. The countryside, nice. Oh yeah, we can really nerd out at a Rip Rap Fest. Oh, I mean, like no other. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed, I have to say. We just gotta fix that stutter. I think I can get a really nice benchy out of this if I could just fix the stutter. I'm thinking about printing some PLA drive gears. And to get rid of some of that stick. Because PATG is pretty sticky. So maybe that would be my first step. Maybe I'll a little harder drive gear. I guess I could ABS print them, it really wouldn't matter. ABS might shrink just enough to give me a little clearance. Maybe I'll try both. I did hammer those on, if you remember, though, so those are going to be a trick to get off. Technocrat, hello, how are you? Agreed. David, I love meeting everyone in person. It's really cool. I feel terrible because I don't relate. I have no way of relating your face to your username unless you're on YouTube. So I feel bad. It's like when you say who you are, hey, I watch your channel. I wish it was like I'd say, oh, I know who you are, but I only know if I've helped you work on a project, or you tell me your username, I might be able to get it. So I feel kind of bad that I can't keep track of all of it, but it's just not possible. But I still really enjoy meeting everyone, especially you telling me about what you're working on or what printers you work with. I really like hearing what everybody does. Flame polish the PETG. How do you do that? Just, I get my torch out? I could do that. Flexible material, I'm kind of all over the map. Honestly, if I just need something like a gasket, or it doesn't have to be like super flexible, but still flexible. I like Inland brand TPE. It's cheap, it's pretty easy to print because it's still kind of stiff, but it turns out a really nice rubber-ish part. There you go. That's the only advice I have for you, because there's a million different kinds of flexible. Hammer on, hammer off. June 23rd, something like that. Yes, it is so hard to remember everyone. Murph, it's like everybody comes to Murph, everybody. Even at IRF, I was struggling. And I didn't know near as many people at IRF. That's what you need. Just print out your little avatar and your name, and I will know it. The avatar really does help. Yep, Neary's, he's been at both of them, I'm sure. TPE and TPU, one of them is the base of the other. I wish I knew all my 7,000 subscribers personally. That would be awesome if I did. See you later, White Chief. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I'd have to look it up again. I've done a little bit of studying on flexibles and what's the shortness, why is that, and you know what is the difference between them all. But I didn't retain much of the knowledge, obviously. I would have to do a refresher on that to give you some educated information. You should do some videos. Everybody should do some videos. They're fun. Yeah, there's the important number, the 85A, that's the shortness number. CNX Tech, hello, how are you? Polyethylene and polyurethane. Gotcha. Just not all at once. You did meet me at the Chris Riley at Murph, yes. Can this machine make doll furniture? I guess it could. I don't see why not. Are you streaming it, James? Starry? Welcome to the stream, by the way. Wavy doll furniture. You can do whatever you feel, James. Yes, it does. It's kind of like an old school leaf spring. That's true. You can't just make it out of nothing. That's true. I had no idea Scott lived so close to me until I met him. Until I had to go all the way to Goshen, Indiana, to find somebody that was close to me. Hand wound heater. Yeah, there you go. Not bad. And it only took 2 tries to get it started. That says something as well. Tinker Dad, awesome. Thank you for watching. I know there's a lot of people that don't want to get in the chat and they watch, and you're just as much appreciated. I like the interaction, but just if you just want to peek in and see what I'm doing, that's awesome too. I stream it for you. See you later, Scott. Nacho, I am from Kansas City, Missouri. Boom, heated bed. You're like, oh, what's his name? Bill Tull on the Conan O'Brien show. I didn't even see that come through, Walter. Thank you, though. There were 3 lives. I noticed there was the watch time wasn't near as much yesterday. I figured there was a bunch of stuff going on. There you go. I got 2 thumbs. Can I hit that thing twice? Oh, Columbus. Yeah, that's where IC3D is, I think, the filament manufacturer. Right on, Tinker Dad. Glad to have you. Yeah, 8 hours is too much. I prefer to do mine on the weekends, especially on Sundays. I almost do everything on Sundays, but I thought it'd be fun to do a couple of evening ones. Get to talk to a few people that I usually don't get to talk to. I know a lot of us in the US are busy Sunday mornings, but I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun. It's janktastic. Zanesville, cool. Play this. It depends. It really depends how many people you have in the chat. I feel, when it gets to be over 100, 150, and the chat starts moving like that, it's really hard to keep up with people. I try to get all the stuff done, and then we chat while the print happens. And I know that's kind of bad for people that just the people that join at the beginning. But hopefully, eventually, I get caught up to interacting with everyone, or if they have questions, we can get them answered. I don't know. That's the good part about streaming, right? I'm here to interact with you all, and that's the whole point. So that's important. Why do it, right? You're watching James while he's watching me. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna get it. There's it says current live streams, and it says I have 2 of them. Where are you, James? You're usually on the top of my list. Nacho subscribe. Thank you for the subscription. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh, there you are.
Which is me. Just create this infinite loop. The infinite benchy loop. So I'm printing 3D white filament, which is what all the white filament on
Hold
here
on.
is, so it's like printception.
How do you get it to not do the sound on a browser source?
There's lithium grease all over my
This is weird. Oh, James actually, he's got it in the background on his computer. There's no good place to put it. This is ridiculous. We can do this. Hold on. Almost got this. There you go. James is clocking out on me there, I bet. This is freaky. Yes, definitely check out Walter's live streams. His stream just clocks out on my session though. That's no good. Oh. Well, I tried. I tried, James. I tried. I tried. Dueling Snappies. Live stream if you're watching another live stream. You should, that's what you need. It's not bad. It's not bad. I like it. Oh, Snappy. Yeah, Sam. Not bad. My stream keeps stuttering, James. I can't. It keeps clocking your stream out. It's not going to bridge that very well without a fan, I can tell you that. Yeah, that's quite the droop. It does, take it out. It stutters quite badly. It's like that the plastic's actually sticking together. And that's what we're gonna have to remedy to get this thing to print worth a darn. Snapathon. So confusing. No, Air Dog, I totally agree. Thanks for joining. And not the worst benchy ever. But still happy. Whole tub of Crisco, there you go. Yeah, everything's got way too much grease on it. I think it's the gear sticking on the track. I think I'm gonna try some different gears. Print some PLA gears or some nylon gears or something. The slides, myself, the table, definitely my shirt. Yeah, that's true. I could find some iGos filament. I wonder if that stuff's super expensive. I've never priced it out. I don't see it printing, James. Oh, now it's moving. Now it's moving off the bed. I'm gonna do a commentary of James's stream on my stream. Brian Baker, how you doing? 2 videos going on? I hope not. If I do, that's really creepy. They're the same thing. YouTube has split up my streams twice. I'm streaming twice. Nice. Oh well, at least they're watching the same thing. Yeah, me too, Walter. I'm tired. It's all OBS. It's based off my PC, OBS Studio, and webcams, 920Cs. Yeah, I don't know what YouTube's doing to my stream. It had a hard time starting it today, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Everything is pretty much all snap fit. I did try to glue the Z-rods together, but that glue failed. So no, and pretty much there's nothing glued. Those came apart today while I was messing with it. So it's all snap fit. Tell them about the Twinkie. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Adam in 3D. I don't know. It does. It shows I got 2 streams live. 25 on one and 76 on the other. But it's exactly the same thing. It will probably unassemble itself. But it would be really cool if it would unassemble itself and then stack it neatly in a pile. We don't cross the streams. Cool. Post it up on Thingiverse. Yeah, same chat. That's no big deal. Well, better luck next time, YouTube. Thank you. We got 3 more lines to go, and then it's all smokestack. My print tonight is almost done. 1 benchy on a Snappy is good enough for me. Now I gotta find a place to put this thing so I can make some more videos. Snappy. Agreed. It's way better than I thought it was going to be. Looks like we're going to get this done just a little over 3 hours. It probably would have been right at 3 hours if I wouldn't have been late. Ozen, how are you? Good question. Thank you for joining, by the way. Good to see you. I have it loaded on one of my instances on my multi-instance, and it's working just fine. But I have not tried to build it from scratch with that yet. I will get on that though. I will have some time tomorrow. I will build one from scratch with the new version, and I will let you know. I think it's going to work just fine though, because the newest version is mostly bug patch. I think it'll work okay. For easy storage. It's like a train set. The green, this is inland. I think it's just PETG green. I think that's their PETG green. I don't even think it's transparent. I think it's just inland PETG. It's great. I know. I'm impressed. Smokestack's even looking pretty good. I can't believe it's this accurate. Graveyard shift, yuck. I do my best, Ozen, I really do. Remembering names is hard for me, but I really try to remember a lot of your names. I think it's just, that's the right thing to do. seeing do anything opposite? Was he? Because that would be creepy. There probably isn't a good choice for plastic for the Snappy, you're right. Did the evil one have the go-to? Yeah, I'm evil Chris half the year, and good Chris the other. It's about 4.5 kilo spools, so 4.5 kilograms. Both fishies look the same so far. Well, this one is about done, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome. Thank you, Parker. I will check them out. Thanks for hanging out, by the way, Parker. Parker has built one of these before and had a little insight to what we were getting ourselves into. And much appreciated. We watched him on his stream. A couple of us watched him on his stream build it, so. There it is. I have no idea how far it's going to lift. Oh, it actually parked. But it's probably parking to 200. There you go. You know, it's rough. I mean, it's going to be rough. But seriously? Pick some string off of it there. Smokestack's a little wonky, but I also picked it up when it's pretty hot. Come on. It will not focus. There we go. So there you go. It's kind of alligator skin. Kind of a neat texture. Probably help a little bit if I cooled it down some. There might be remnants of words back there. It's solid though. There's a lot of plastic in it. For no part cooling, overhang's amazing. Not bad, not bad. And now it's out of focus. Your eyes got really blurry there for a minute. Okay, that's it. We built in 3 days, in what, 7 hours, we built a whole printer out of printed parts, and we printed a benchy. Congratulations, everyone. Claps for you. Way to go. Impressionistic. There you go. There you go. All right. Thanks for everyone to join me this week on the Snappy build. I really appreciate you hanging out. This was a lot of fun to build. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with it. I will see you this weekend on the Sunday morning stream, 10 o'clock Central Time. And we will see you in the afternoon on the Fun in the Country basement stream at 3 o'clock Central Time, 4 o'clock Eastern. I hope to see some of you there. Again, thanks for helping to get Walter to 1,000 subs. That was much appreciated. I will see you all very, very soon. Everyone have a good evening, day, afternoon. See ya.